What's up, guys, and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Today I'm doing another roster review, and this one is on Wilo. Now I'm gonna pull something up here, guys, that he gave me this in his messages, that he's showing me how he's farming and stuff, and I think this is absolutely amazing. This is something I would do. This is people that love the game, that actually put time into it, that relax playing the game. He made this right here, and I'll pull it up a little bigger. I mean, this takes time. Look at this spreadsheet here that he did. The gear, the A gear, where the farming list, where to find these people, the ones that he's completed. This is such good stuff that I just love this stuff, because that's somebody that's putting time into the game, that's enjoying the game. I mean, he has it color-coded. Color-coded hard modes, hard nodes, where to find these things, who should he be zetaing and stuff like that. And then he has the A's, the B's, the C's. This is just great stuff. So Wilo, huge shout out to you that you even gave me this, so I can at least put this up here to show people how you do things and how you work hard with that. So let's get to your roster. You have asked me a few things here, and I'm just gonna pull it up. It says, okay, I would like you to look at. I started in December 2016. Okay, I've had several accounts, and the one I'm playing now is my second. For the very first time, I've been a First Order lover, okay? I've been using them in Arena for more than a year, but I'm also a competitive player, and it was really hard to stay in the top 50 as Traya appeared. I've then been using our Ray Jedi training for quite some time, but Revan appeared and pushed me to use the CLS squad, which I enjoy a lot. Also, you'll see I'm not entirely up to date with Heroes Journey of Legendary Characters, but I'm definitely on track. And this, by the way, he sent me this note like a month ago, almost 2 months ago. So he might be a little bit more up to date. Or not too far from done, going to work on Ewoks right after. Traya is unlocked, but not geared yet. Things I would like you to look at if you have time are Fleet Arena. I enjoy ships. They are really challenging in my opinion. I can do top 1 from time to time, but I'm definitely not the best in my shard. I'd like to be able to stay in the top 5 in 2019, and I'm not sure what to farm or what direction to take. Arena. I sit around top 20, but it's a struggle every day. I play with CLS, Chewie, Han, and 2 out of those 3 characters, R2-D2, L3, GAT, depending on the opponent. Mods, library. I believe I have a lot of good speed secondaries, but not too much good offensive mods, offensive secondaries, etc. And they are crucial to score high in raids. Grand Arena, if you have a few tips on squads, characters to develop, taking the path of least resistance, farming the meta is already a full-time job. Continue with farming the meta, we'll mention that. And then he gets 400 to 600 crystals per day from both the arena, so he's lucky to be able to do the cheapest refreshes. And then talk a little bit about First Order. So this is great. This is excellent information here, what he wants me to go over and stuff like this. He actually sent this to me in Discord, so I can keep this up here. And let's take a look here at his roster. Now, he says, by the way, GAT is Grand Admiral Thrawn. I should have said that earlier. He uses CLS, Raid Han, Chewie, Grand Admiral Thrawn, L3. Now, his shard, let me see, when did he start playing? December 2016. That's exactly the time I started playing. Early December 2016. So we're around the same time frame there, and you have a 3 million galactic power. So first things first, let's talk about your arena team. And I think you can climb higher, and I'm going to explain how. Maybe Grand Admiral Thrawn works best for you. We're going to look at the speed mods on your characters, but you have Chewie, you have Raid Han, you have CLS. I mean, you even have 2 Zetas on CLS. I only have 1. I want to look at your R2 here, because I've mentioned this in quite a few videos, and it looks like you have him modded the way that I suggested, where you put offense. Oh, I like it. You did what I told you to do. You put a bunch of offensive statistics on him for that to transfer over. Now, his speed is only 186. Theoretically, we would like that a little higher if you can find some good speed mods or some good offensive mods with speed secondaries. But your thought process is, let's transfer all of that offense over to the other characters. I actually, if you could do a battle with R2 in it and then send that to me via Discord so I can take a look and see how I think you're doing. Maybe your just arena is just flat out better than mine. We'll have to see. But let's take a look at the mods on your characters first of all, okay? Because mods is one of the most important things. You have a crit damage and a health set, and they're, by the way, they're 6-dot mods. Very well done here. Oh, 291 speed. I don't even have a crit damage set this high. Crit damage at 222. Good health, good protection. 4,052 physical damage. Okay, yeah, you can't mod CLS much better than you have him modded here. I'm going to be straight up honest. I don't even have these mods on a CLS. For a 3 million galactic power person, those are excellent. I cannot bash those mods whatsoever. Somebody would say, well, you should have a crit chance set on there too. Are you kidding me? He's going for the speed as well. Those are A+ mods. Let's see what your crit chance actually is. 54.93. You're gonna get that raised with Raid Han in one of his his uniques where he gives buffs. Okay, that's insane. See, I'm gushing over that right now. Very well done on Commander Luke Skywalker. It looks like you know what you're doing with mods. Now let's take a look at Chewie. You have both the Zetas on Chewie. I only have the Loyal Friend. Let's see, you have a crit damage set on him as well. All 6 dots, very good. A 242 speed, 222 crit damage, damage of 4705, and a crit chance of 4692. I can't express how impressive these mods are you put on him. You know what you're doing here. Maybe you've watched my how to mod videos. Maybe you just figured things out, but this is absolutely insane. And well, like I said, I have some of these mods on my arena team right now, which is Revan, but I don't have these extra mods like this laying around. This is just nuts. 21 speed. That's okay. 4 speed, you're like, it's okay. I can throw that in there and still have him at a 247 speed, 17 speed. And the thing with Chewie, is speed as important as other characters? No, because he's going to be assisting a lot with 2 of the characters usually. You're usually running him with Raid Han and the weakest ally, so he's going to be assisting a ton. Wow, well done. Okay, let's go to Raid Han next because he's most likely going to be in every lineup that you use. You have a crit damage set here. Let's see what you have him. You have a speed of 209. Decent. Okay, good. Speed isn't as important with it. He's always going to go first. A crit damage to 222, a 3554 physical offense with 65.19% critical chance. Seriously, man, you are a farming mod expert. You know what you're doing here. I'm going to say this 1,000 times. Other people that are watching this video are probably going to get annoyed. That's okay, because everything you're doing is correct. You're 6-dotting the mods, you're getting their stats up as high as you can, and you're modding the characters correctly with crit damage where they should be, with speed where they should be. So well done. Now let's take a look at, you said sometimes you will fill in. I want to check out who you have running right now. You have L3 and Thrawn. Okay. Well, let's look at Thrawn first to see where he's at. You have him max geared, and you have... I want to find something to criticize. Come on, man. You have him at a speed of 289. And you don't even have a speed set on him, and you have a speed of 289. Wow. Man, if you want to get him a little faster, just 6-dot these mods. That's the only thing I can say, because this is very well done too. Like, being legitimately serious. Well done. You know what you're doing here. 289 is great, obviously. And there's probably going to be in the top of your arena, there's probably going to be a few Revans that have some greater speed than this. Maybe a few Grandmaster Yodas, but not many. So that's why if you can get out the gate with Raid Han and stun Revan, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. This is well done, buddy. Because you want to get a fracture off as soon as possible. I understand that. Now let's take a look at your L3, actually. L3, and you have defense and health mods, which is good. You just want to get the 111 speed, protection, health. I actually run her with a ton of tenacity. Like, I have her tenacity at like 120%. I don't want her to get stunned, so I can constantly get that taunt off. I can constantly get her prepared. But modding her with some health, let's see if you put some protection on her. You have protection in the arrow, protection in the triangle, tenacity in the cross here. Now I'm thinking about with this tenacity in the cross here. You got her tenacity up to 50%. I would go through your arena and go through the teams that you struggle to face, and I would check and say, okay, is this guy's tenacity over 75%? What I'm saying is this tenacity mod going to make a much big of a difference in the long run, or would you want to put some more health protection or defense in this spot to be able to make her survive even a little longer? This may work great for you. I understand that, and you might have some really good secondary stats in here. I haven't even really looked at the secondary stats because everything else has been so good. But maybe think about that. Is this tenacity mod making that big of a difference when it comes to survivability of the character and stuff like that? So now let's see. I just want to quick check the other mods out. 10 speed. Yeah, well, okay, your L3 is modded very well. And then we looked at R2, we looked at Thrawn. What other characters? I'm going to pull this up quick here to see that sometimes you run with. R2, L3, Grand Admiral Thrawn, depending on the opponent. I absolutely don't see any reason you shouldn't be able to climb and get at least in the top 20s. Now, here was my question. Is 3PO. Because if you get 3PO, you can win a lot of matches. You're going to be able to even beat Revan at times. So I'm going to see where you're at with 3PO. Like you said, you don't have all the legendary characters. Okay, 3PO you have at 6 stars. Man, this is where it's tricky. We're going to have a new character coming out soon. I don't know how many Zetas you have saved up at certain points in time. You mentioned it somewhere earlier to me, but I don't know if that was depending on a different time in the game. If you want to be able to use this CLS team to climb higher, you're going to want to level up 3PO. But in my opinion, if I were you, it's March 11th. Man, wait 2 weeks. Wait 2 weeks to see what we can do, what new character we're going to get. Because I'm going to go in here and I'm going to look at your Old Republic characters and see where we're at with where you have them farmed. Karth and Juhani, Canderous, Bastila. Okay, these are the characters you need to be farming right now, absolutely. Like, I know you're probably farming some other meta characters, but we have to look forward to the future meta, and to have you be able to get first place continually, you're going to want to be able to get these new characters. I don't know, how much money you spend in the game. I know you said you were free to play at one point in time, but these 4 characters right here, definitely be farming. And then also HK47, who we're 100% sure to get a rework, most likely going to get a Zeta and going to get the Old Republic tag, so be farming him as well, because it's those 5 characters, most likely, some people have said the Sith Marauder may be thrown in there, are going to be needed for Darth Revan, Darth Malak, etc. But man, your CLS team is so solid, man. I can see why you fall on defense, but I also can see why you climb big time on offense as well, because of how powerful your team is. So I'm very impressed. And if you got those mods on them by watching my how to mod videos, that makes me feel like I've done something important and you've learned from me, because that was really impressive. Great job for a 3 million galactic power. Let's look at your fleet now. Then I'll get when I look at your fleet, I'll go in exactly again to who we should be looking at to farm 100%. You have the Falcon at 5 stars, excellent, just like me. You even have both Zetas on Chewie, which I don't have. You have the Houndstooth. You have Lando's Millennium Falcon. What does it show? What level your Lando is at? He's at 5 stars. Get that other mod on him. If you get him leveled up decently, Lando's Millennium Falcon is an excellent reinforcement. Absolutely fantastic. Again, with Cassian's U-Wing, as long as you can have that reinforcement ability maxed out, he's going to be able to come in and cleanse everybody, or dispel all the buffs on the other team. The Ghost, the Phantom, very good. What I use, you even have the TIE Silencer up there. You have Biggs. Man, you're very close to what I am. Now, the Ebon Hawk. Have you been farming the Ebon Hawk? Did I miss it here? Didn't see it? You might not have it unlocked yet. I'm going to tell you right now. A 5-star Ebon Hawk. It has to be 5 stars. I'm going to explain why. You can't get its second reinforcement ability until it gets to 5 stars. What does this second reinforcement ability do? It does the same thing as Cassian's reinforcement ability. It dispels all the buffs on the opposing team. Plus, it has more benefits as a ship overall. So if you can try to get that to 5 stars, get that up there, get that reinforcement ability in there, then you can replace Cassian's U-Wing. Let's get it right. Cassian U-Wing for you is still great. I can see why you're able to get to first with this lineup. I would be focusing on using that fleet energy to get Ebon Hawk unlocked in the next few days and see where it goes from there, because I think that could help you tremendously. But your fleet, I can see why you can raise to 1. Okay, now back to the inventory here, looking at the characters. We're just going to go character by, or group by group. Bounty Hunters, you have a solid Bounty Hunter team. Obviously, you have to be able to get Chewie. Some of these down here you don't have, but for 3 million galactic power, you have to prioritize. For Territory Wars Grand Arena, usually you want, if you have one good team from each faction, you're going to be set, especially with where you're at. So you have And you have the Zeta on Bosk, Boba, Greedo, Cad Bane, Dengar. Well done. That's a solid bounty hunter team right there. Clone troopers, if you're like me, have 0 heart. You're like me. I have them all at 7 stars, but I don't have them geared up or leveled up at all. And I should because of territory wars. Droids, we looked at this a little earlier, but you got BB-8. You have both Zetas on BB-8. Not even I do that. R2, L3, and then the rest of these droids. I see you've unlocked the Droideka, the IG 100, the General Grievous. Which did you get the B1 battle droid? Which probably isn't as important right now. You'll be able to get him somewhere else, but it'd be nice if you would have done that event. You have the most important droids leveled up too, by the way. 3PO would be the one, in my opinion, that's next important. And then HK-47, of course, because of the rework. Let's take a look at your Empire. Thrawn, Vader, Palpatine, Veers. Yes, you have a Zeta on Veers. Death Trooper. You have an Imperial Trooper team. Veers, Death Trooper, Colonel Stark, Shore Trooper, Snow Trooper. That is my team. Of course, I do need to be leveling up Range Trooper, and you should too, because there's going to be a lot of people saying that Range Trooper makes them better, and actually, that is a fact. He does help make them better. They're better in 3v3 in Grand Arena too. I still struggle with them in 3v3 against certain teams. Like Nightsisters does not work nearly as well against Nightsisters in 3v3. Ewoks. Chirpa, Scout, Elder, Paplu, Tebow. These are 5 good characters right here. I know you're using them to try to unlock 3PO. To get him to 7 stars next time around, just put a little extra gear on these characters and it should work fine. Yeah, I mean, Low Gray and Wicket would help more. You'd probably be able to get it done a lot easier. But if you get some extra gear, you'll be able to struggle through it, in my opinion. First Order, you said you love First Order, and I could tell because you have Zetas on all of them. You have them at gear 12. This is impressive. And, you know, these are used for Territory War and Grand Arena. A lot of times I use them on defense. I think a lot of people use them on defense. To be able to throw in a double Zeta Kylo Ren unmasked, a Kylo Ren with a Zeta, then the rest of these Zetas, man, that's insane. I'm guessing the team that you use is Kylo Ren unmasked, Kylo Ren, First Order Stormtrooper, First Order Executioner, and First Order Officer. I'm not a First Order expert, but this is a very solid team. You got to be able to help your guild that you're in with this team. Very impressive. Like you said, you love the First Order, and hopefully there's some new characters that come out for the First Order that are going to help you out get even better. Now let's just go to Galactic Republic. This is such a wide variety of characters here. Yeah, you have the basic Jedi at 7-star. You have focused so much on the meta characters, which is exactly what you need to do, that some of these characters, you know, they're not as important, and that's okay. Genosians, again, do they matter unless you're using the ships? No, unless they get a rework of some sort. We looked at Imperial Troopers. Jawas do, I mean, well, hey, you have them all at 7 stars. I'm guessing you have them all at 7 stars because you still were unlocking mods when you needed to have a certain faction unlock the mods. Crit damage was Jawas. I remember those days big time. Jedi, you have a Zeta on Jolie, you have a Zeta on Bastila, you have a Zeta on Revan. So here is the one, and you have a Zeta on Grandmaster Yoda. Here's the one thing you're going to, I want to make sure this is the right Zeta. Very good. The one thing you're going to have to actually think about is if you have 2 extra Zetas laying around, which not a lot of people do, you could finish your Jedi Knight Revan team and be able to climb quite a bit with him and hold better on defense than CLS. Again, it depends on if you want to save those Zetas for, if you have them saved up for a new character that's going to come out. That's why we got to let the next few weeks play out. Don't make any huge shoot the gun decisions right now going, I'm going to put Zetas on these characters until we know more of what's happening. Because after this new character, whatever is going to come out, things will slow down for maybe 2-3 weeks, which is better than nothing, but the characters that come out probably won't be as meta defining. So hold your horses with that, wait, and then you definitely have the team here with Grandmaster Yoda, Basta, Jolie, Jedi Knight Revan, and General Kenobi to be dominant in Arena. You definitely have that team. So, and you have the mods to be able to put on these characters as well. I'm just going to take a look at Grandmaster Yoda's mods to see where they're at. You have a whole crit chance set on him. When you had as good a mods as you did on your Arena team, I can understand why some of these other characters would have average mods on them, because the Arena team is the most important. So that is something to remember. Let's take a look here at your Revan. I want to see what his speed is. 216. Yeah, of course, these aren't very fast. These aren't very good mods on these characters. But that is also something we need to remember, is even though we have great mods in our Arena team, and hey, I'm guilty of this too. I'm big time guilty of this. don't stop farming. Farm mods. Pretend that you don't have any good mods in your mod inventory, that you don't have good mods in your arena team. Farm mods like that so you continually get better mods. Then you can get one good team set up, two good teams set up. Your first order team can have great mods on them. That's what I have to learn to do too, because I do a lot of slicing as well, which helps me out. But man, you have the makings of a Jedi Knight Revan team there. Okay, so let's go back and we're going to go down from Jedi to Nightsisters. Oh, Nightsisters. Yep, your Nightsisters suffer a little bit, as do mine. This is a faction. So the new Old Republic characters you need to be farming. Let's talk about your farming priorities right now. Your new Old Republic characters you should be farming. Canderous, it's like new Old Republic. Canderous, Darkside Bastila, Karth, Juhani, HK-47. Get those characters farmed. Once you get all those characters farmed, okay, and you're potentially ready for the next legendary event and what comes out, your next priority should be Nightsisters. I actually am doing this myself. I've been throwing different gear on different characters probably that I shouldn't have, but Nightsisters for you is going to be massively important to help you in Grand Arena and Territory Wars. In the raid, it's going to help you tremendously as well. Get Talzin up to 7 stars as quickly as possible, then get Nightsister Zombie up to 7 stars as quickly as possible as well. You can use one of these other characters if you want. If you get just Nightsisters is going to help you in the game big time. In fact, I put my first Zeta on Mother Talzin the other day. Like I said, I can't speak about this very much because I don't have my Nightsisters. I have them all at 7 stars, but I don't have them geared up or Zetaed up the way they should be either. But after these new faction characters comes out, whoever it is, if you can gear them, see who they are, I think Nightsisters would be your first priority after that. We looked at the Old Republic. Phoenix, most people have Phoenix at 7 stars. Let's take a look at your Rebels. Obviously, your Rebels are dominant. In fact, you have Pow at gear 12, 7 star, well done. Mine's at like gear 8. Chirrut, Baze, you're very close to having at 7 stars. Man, you get Chirrut and Baze to 7 stars. It's a very solid team. Yeah, your Rebels are excellent for where you're at. Resistance, you have the Resistance team that everybody needs. Jedi Training Ray with all 3 Zetas, BB-8, R2, Scavenger Ray, Resistance Trooper. You should be able to dominate in Phase 1 of the Heroic Sith Raid. I also do it with 3PO. That helps me tremendously. Some people don't think he's necessary, which he's probably not. But, man, you have the Resistance team. Let's look at Rogue One. Part of the Rebels already. Scoundrels. These are what's interesting me, because if you have a good batch of Scoundrels, you're going to be very, very good in Territory and Grand Arena, in my opinion, because that means you've been focusing on some aspects of that. You have a Zeta on Kira, and you have her at 7 stars. I mean, look at these top characters. You have Nest, and you have Nest with 7 stars, gear 12 with a Zeta. For 3 million galactic power, dude, I am extremely impressed with your roster. I know some people watching are going to be like, well, why are you looking at a Wales roster? Well, listen, I do have to. A lot of people have asked me for roster reviews, and I'm going to eventually try to get to all of them. And I want to look at every roster I can. And he left me the most detailed notes. And I'm like, I got to go after this. I got to show people this. So you have even Vander Chewbacca with a Zeta. Dang, man. This is very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. So your Scoundrels looks like you'll be able to help in Territory War and Grand Arena. Separatists. Yeah, even with the Grievous rework, you kind of learn that they're not as massively important as we thought they would be. Hopefully they give Dooku a rework and he becomes better at some point in time. Sith. Let's look at the Sith. Traya, you have it 6 stars with a Zeta on her. Which Zeta do you have on her? You have the Leadership Zeta. Okay, that's fine. Both Zetas are pretty good. Let's see. Scion. Do you have Nihilus? Yes, you do. Nihilus at 7 stars. So you have the Triumvirate. After you save those Zetas up, if you're not going to get the new character, put them on Revan first, and then definitely come and put one on Scion, his Lord of Pain, and the other one on Traya, because no, she's not going to be the, she is meta-defining, but she's not going to be dominant for the, for the long future, I guess I should say. But she's going to help you tremendously, and she's still one of the top 2 teams in the game, let's put it that way, at this moment in time. And that's going to help you in Territory Wars, Grand Arena. If you want to use them in Arena, go ahead and do that as well. But, I mean, you have the makings of the perfect Sith team, too. Smugglers. I mean, look at... Well done, man. Let's see. And then Tuskens. Nobody cares about Tuskens. Maybe they'll be the meta-defeating characters at one point in time. So your roster. Let's go over your mods first of all. Insane mods. Some people are going to argue that criticize the video that he should have better mods on other characters as well. My focus is on the arena team. If he knows how to mod his arena team, that means he knows how he's going to mod other teams as well. He just got to get more mods. Characters that he has overall, he has almost every important meta character that there is. Legitimately, he has Zetas on them. He has Revan, he has Traya, and this is 3 million galactic power. This is the lower end of the galactic power for somebody with this. He has quite a few characters for somebody with this galactic power. Now, 3 million is obviously a lot of galactic power, but, you know, I have 3.8, and I have these characters. He has many of the same characters that I have, and he's at 3 million. I was at 3.8. Farming priorities, again, get those new Old Republic characters out. Get all the Old Republic characters to 7 stars geared up if you can, because they're good as well. And then, after that happens, after we potentially get a new character coming out, work on those Nightsisters. That would be your first priority after that. Zeta. Who should we Zeta next? Put 2 Zetas on Revan after this. Jedi Knight Revan. He would be your next character to Zeta unless you can actually unlock the newer character that's coming out at some point in time. If you're able to do that, if you get those new Old Republic characters start up, put the Zeta on that character if he's going to be meta defining. But Revan, then you can go to Traya and Scion and utilize those teams very, very well. Your fleet, we looked at your fleet. I mean, man, your fleet's excellent as well. I'm not trying to sound all gushy like over your roster, but you do everything correct that needs to be correct. And if you guys as viewers, if you agree or disagree with me, let me know. Are there things that I should have criticized more, or should he be doing things a little differently? I think what he's done is he's followed the track of the game that is it's the best. I don't think he could have farmed characters any better, actually. Some could argue that he should have farmed Nightsisters over Scoundrels and stuff like that, but I think everything here is absolutely very well done. So then talking about your roster overall, you know, I've decided I really don't like to give grades anymore because each people have a, you know, they like to play the game for fun and they'll farm based on what they like to do. But this is an A+ roster. A+, that's right, I said A+. So everything you've done is correct and I can't find much to criticize. So well done with that. And remember, resource acquisition, crystal acquisition, and resource allocation. That's what I was going to try to get to. You do that well. That's the key to the game. So I hope you, hey, if you have any more questions for me, leave it in the comment section below or leave it on Discord. Is there some things I didn't go over that you wanted me to go over? I'll quick pull up Discord again here and stuff like that. Your Grand Arena, actually with the tips for Grand Arena, watch a bunch of the videos that I've made already. They'll give you the tips. There's not really many tips I can give you right now that are going to be that huge. But you did say here that capital ships, I would sure hope they start adding new capital ships to the game, and Hux Snoke would be amazing as well. So everything here, man, you've done well. Again, I don't want to sound like I'm a broken track record of gushiness, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash the subscribe button, like the video, click the notification bell so you can be alerted to all videos that I post. Also, I'm leaving a link to my Discord server and Patreon page in the description below. Make sure you check that out. Dagger did a roster review of me the other day. I'm going to be doing a response to his roster review to me later in the week sometime. I really appreciate that he did that. Like I said, I need to learn to take criticism and get better myself. And leave comments in the comment section. I know this one probably got long, but this is for the individual I'm making it for, okay? He gave me these notes. I'm going to try to do as well as I can with it. Leave comments in the comment section, video ideas, criticism, constructive criticism. Like the video again if you like it. Otherwise, peace out, and may the Force be with you.